Hi, Mr. Unkert here, and in today's video, I'm going to look at a few problems from the Khan Academy assignment Solve for an Angle in Right Triangles. So in this particular problem, we want to find the angle of angle B, and it's going to be in degrees. You can see there's a little degree symbol right here. And we want to round our answer to the nearest hundredth. And angle B is this angle. We have our adjacent side, which is 5 units, and we have our hypotenuse, which is 9 units. So if we remember from SOHCAHTOA, that the cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, um, we can see that we're going to use cosine to find this angle. And let's just call the unknown angle x. So we can say that the cosine of angle x is equal to the adjacent side, which is 5, over the hypotenuse, which is 9. Now we know what the cosine of x is. We don't know what x is itself. And to figure that out, we're going to use inverse cosine, which is also called arc cosine. So I'm going to say the inverse cosine. And on your calculator, it's going to look like a cosine to the -1 power. That means inverse cosine. 5/9, that's going to be what x is equal to. So at this point, I can pull out a nice handy calculator on Khan. And you want to make sure you're in degrees. DEG should be in dark. If it's RAD is in dark, that means it's in radians, but you want it in degrees. You're going to say the inverse cosine, and it's going to say A cos, which means arc cosine. That's the other name for inverse cosine of 5/9, 5 divided by 9. We're going to figure out what that is. That's 56.25 degrees, and after the 5 there is a 1, so we're going to keep it as 5 because we're rounding to the nearest hundredth. So our solution is going to be 56.25 degrees. We're going to check, and look at that. We've got energy points, so today is a good day. Let's take a look at a couple other problems. Calculator. All right, in the next problem, we're going to want to find angle A. It's in degrees. Okay, so angle A, and we have our adjacent side, which is the side next to angle A, that is not the hypotenuse. And we also have the side that is opposite angle A, which is 8 units. Okay, so we have the adjacent and the opposite side. So if we remember from SOHCAHTOA, that tangent is the opposite side over the adjacent side, we are going to use tangent. Okay, and let's call the unknown side angle A. Well, we could just say the tangent of angle A. Let's do that. We don't have to call it X. Tangent of angle A equals the opposite side, 8, over 2. Let's simplify that a little bit. So you say the tangent of angle A equals 4. Okay. So to figure out what actually angle A equals, we're going to take the inverse tangent, the arctangent of 4, making sure that our calculator is in degrees. Okay. So let's do that. Again, we want to take the inverse tangent, so I'm going to hit this tangent with the -1. That's going to give me ATAN, standing for arctangent, of 4. It equals. And we get 75.96, and then there's a 3 after the 6. So we're going to keep it as 75.96 degrees. Check it. Look at that. Got some more energy points. Okay, let's take a look at another one. All right, close out the calculator here for a minute. We want to find angle A again. And this time we have the opposite side of angle A. And we have the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. And if we remember from SOHCAHTOA, that sine is the opposite side over the hypotenuse, we can say the sine of angle A equals the opposite side, which is 2 units, over the hypotenuse, which is 6. Simplify that a little bit. The sine of angle A equals 1/3. So angle A equals the inverse sine, or the arc sine, of 1/3. Let's use our calculator. So we're going to make sure we're in degrees, which we are. We're going to hit inverse sine, A sine, arc sine, of 1 divided by 3. My parentheses, hit enter, or equals rather. And we get 19.471. There is a 1 after the 7, so we're going to keep it as a 7. If there were a 5 or higher after the 7, we would round up to 8. But since there's only a 1, we're going to keep it as 19.47 degrees. Let's check our work. Look at that, we got another one right. All right, and that concludes this video. If you have questions, leave comments in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you for watching and have a great day.